2, 1. Hello, YouTube.
Hello, what's up, social media and Facebook and all other social platforms? This is the Jim and Ash. It was Coffee with Jim and Ash. Again, we're still learning the kinks and everything.
He's Jim.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Ash.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get started on Coffee with Jim and Ash.
Can you not hit so hard?
What's going on?
You almost slapped my coffee out. God. It's a bump. It's a tap, not sip.
Okay. Let's get started.
Bump and sip.
We still working out the kinks. Okay.
Ain't no kinks. We done bumped for about 5 weeks now, and you gonna all of a sudden slam.
Oh, here we go.
God,
Anyway, I hope everybody is doing good. This Black History Month. As you can see that we are dressed up for the occasion for this last Sunday. We're representing out here for Black History Month. So tell me, what's your historical fact for Black history?
Why you want to put me on the spot?
Yeah, I have to put you on the spot. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, at church today, they said in 2021, Kamala Harris was the first African American.
Oh, don't get me started on that. That's all you got.
That's
Kamala
what they
Harris.
said in church.
Kamala Harris.
Well, they said it in church. At your church.
Okay, yeah. I still have to see if she really black though. I'm sorry. No, I don't know. But anyway, it's a historical fact. We were talking about it this morning. We talked about some. There's a lot of slave revolts that people don't really talk about. And we also talked about like some other countries outside of the United States that had slavery too. Like one of those countries being Haiti. We had the Caribbean, Jamaica. They had slavery there. Those other countries, but Haiti was a country that they actually fought against slavery. They actually want their freedom from slavery. But you know what's so crazy about that though? What's so crazy? Yeah.
What's so crazy? Tell us.
All right.
Tell us.
So,
Dr. Google Holloway.
Dr. Jim Holloway.
Yeah, my husband.
No PhD.
I tell my husband,
no PhD.
I don't have to go to Google. I do not. If anything, I go to www.jamalholloway.com and I found out anything, guys. If y'all want to know, don't go to Google. Call Jamal 713-791-4522.
Use my phone on the internet.
It doesn't matter. They're gonna call you.
No, don't do that. People don't be like that to get calling me.
Well, you know everything. You like to teach.
I do
you
not
said
know everything.
your spiritual gift is to teach. So go ahead and teach the world about Black history. Go ahead.
Anyway, Haiti is a country that actually won its independence from slavery. And maybe some of you guys have heard this before. Today, some Black people or some of our people are trying to get reparations, whatever, for slavery, for Jim Crow, things that happened. And what's so ironic is with Haiti is they are paying France. That was the country that was over Haiti at this time, but they're paying reparations to France for the freedom of slavery because like all the money that was lost per capita by the country. To this day, actually, either to this day or very recently, they've been paying a slavery tax to France because of their revolt of slavery.
Excuse me.
You okay?
Coffee went down the wrong pipe.
Okay. So don't tell me you can't give reparations. That's like if Haiti can continue to pay France for all the way to the 2000. Actually 2020, they were paying money back to France. So it's like it's crazy. So it's like wow. I mean, for slavery. And the thing about it is too, they had to pay this money. It wasn't like we're not gonna pay you. If you didn't pay it, we're gonna come back and take over the island and put y'all back into slavery. So that's a Black history fact probably a lot of people don't know about. So
again, if you want to know any more information, www.jamalholloway.com. You can find out anything from politics to history to athleticism. He knows everything about sports. He knows everything about politics. He knows everything about religion.
No, I do
he knows everything about the female body. He knows
what are you talking about with that? The female body? When have we talked about female parts?
You know everything about the female body. Ashley, if you would just try a little bit of apple cider vinegar, it gets rid of GERD or
what? I never said that. She is making this up.
It's some other stuff he's told me to try, and I was like, well, you try it first, and then I'll come after you. You try it first.
I think it's only one time. It was just one time I said, try this and see if it will work. I never said try.
And it'd be some weird stuff too. I'm
no,
like, well,
no.
You try that first, and then when it
the
works,
only weird
I'll
thing
try.
I said try some goat weed.
It was more stuff than that.
It was just
more,
that's
you
the
told
only thing.
I don't want to put this out there, but you told me to put a little bit on your skin. It'll clear up your acne.
What?
I'm not gonna tell you what you told me to try, but
what? Oh my gosh!
I mean, so like I said, anything you want to know, call on Jim. Okay. But anyway, what are we gonna talk about today?
All right. So the title of the day is the day such as corporal punishment, kids, and couples yard work. The reason why I want to talk about it because like one thing about Ashley and myself, we talk about things that actually happen in our lives. Sometimes we talk about things that's current events in social media, but we so you can know more about us. We like to talk about our daily life and things, what happens, and try to relate and hear what other people do if they have children or any particular thing that's similar to us and talk about it if they want to come on and talk about it. So it's corporal punishment, kids, and I just want to say do you believe in spanking or how do you if your child does wrong? If your child does wrong or has a behavior issue, how do you punish your children? Do you ground them? Do you give spankings? Do you have a talk with them? What do you do? I just know myself. I just recently found I think a really a good punishment, and I like it. I really do like it, and it's like But I love to hear from you. But tell me, when you were growing up, how were you punished? If you got in trouble, but she was a goody two shoes, so she probably never got in trouble.
Well, I was a scaredy cat. So my daddy, all he had to do was raise his voice at me. I tell everybody this, and I could be over exaggerating, but I believe I received 5 whoopings my entire life. I believe that. It could be less, but I know it was any more. I know 2 from my dad, maybe, or maybe 3. And my mom, I don't even really consider those whoopings because she used to take this flippy floppy. Back in the day, they had these little house shoes that were like flip flops. And she would give me those. It was so soft. One time I just had to fake it, y'all. I felt so bad. My mama tried to whoop me with that thing. And so
why did she try to whoop you though?
I don't know. I think one day she was just upset or frustrated or something. And then she took the flippy flop and ran around the hotel room to get me. I
in a hotel room?
We were in a hotel room.
How old were you?
We were probably like 5 or 6. I was running. We was at a track. And
5 or 6.
5 or 6. We was in Odessa, Texas, and it was hot. I guess the air went out. I don't even remember all this detail to it, but I know the bus was hot because I think the air conditioner went out. If you know, Odessa, Texas is a desert.
Yeah.
So you're getting off the bus and then you're hot and tired, and I think the drive might have been 10 hours. So my mom was frustrated, and I must have did something. And
she was just hot.
And she took her flip flop and chased me around the room, and I was running. She had that flip flop, and then she laid on the bed, started crying, and I felt so bad. Oh my God, my heart hurt. So I told my mom, "Okay, Mama, you can whoop me now. You can whoop me now." And she just laid on the bed crying. To this day, I am so sorry, Mom, for running from you. But I think she was really frustrated.
She was hot. Hello, Tiffany. How you doing? Anybody that comes on the show too, going forward too, we'll try to make sure to acknowledge you and thank you for this spending whether it's a few seconds or a couple of minutes or to however long you want to stay. Thank you, Tiffany. Do you know Tiffany Cooper?
Yes, she was my classmate.
Oh, she was your classmate?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, nice to meet you.
Middle school, elementary, all the above. Okay. But no, my dad, he had a belt. It was just one particular belt. When you was in trouble, go get my belt out the top drawer. It's top drawer, the same leather belt for everybody but whooping. That was the worst belt ever. But yeah, I think all it took for me because of my personality was you could look at me wrong, you could talk to me, say something to me, and you would scare me straight. I didn't need a butt whooping.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, you didn't need a butt whooping.
How about you? How'd you get disciplined?
Everything. My mom, she whooped me with a belt, a hand. Love you, Mom, but I'm just telling the truth. Raise a voice at me, a whole bunch of things. I maybe got grounded, but it was more physical. It was definitely physical. She had to put something on me or put her hands on me.
Was it necessary? What were the whoopings? Do you think they were justified or
not all of them? I was honestly, I believe I was a really good kid to be growing up. Of course, no kid is perfect. Every now and again, I did get into trouble, but for the most part, no. I didn't think I deserved as many whoopings as I did get, though. Yeah. But that's just what it is.
That's how you turn. That's why you turned out the way you turned out.
Yeah. I mean, those whoopings did help me out, though. My mother was very strict. That's one thing she didn't play. Miss Deidre Burt. She didn't play. That's one of the things that other kids would do certain things I could not do them. Her favorite word was no. I love my mom, but if I ask her to do anything, hey, can I go to such and such house around the street or do this? No, no, nope, 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 nope. That was it.
No, everything. No,
yeah, basically everything was no. Can I get a Sega Genesis? No.
Nope.
I was like, why can't I get a Sega Genesis, Bob? I would get rid. No, no. Everything was no. But I turned out good. But one thing too, because of her,
So your mom was a disciplinarian in your house?
Oh yeah, definitely. My mother was a disciplinarian in my home. And my dad, I guess he kind of, no, he was more. He would talk to me, but he never really tried to, get.
Y'all just had long talks. He was long-winded like you, right?
Yeah. Well, my dad is super long-winded.
Oh Jesus!
Oh my gosh, if I'm long-winded, my dad is like super, like
super. I would just rather take a whooping than sit and get a whole lecture.
Yeah, he'll let you, and then you like, just please hit me.
Yeah, I don't want to take it. I don't want to sit here for an hour and hear you repeat yourself. Just go give me the lick. I'll be okay. Then at least I'm done. You can get out my room.
Yeah, I think that's probably the harshest punishment I think for a child or anybody for that matter. If you have somebody that can talk forever, and oh my gosh, that is. Oof.
Play with your mental.
Yeah, Willie Burke there. That's his punishment. His corporal punishment is I'm gonna talk to you until you can't take it no more.
Yeah. And my mom, my dad was a disciplinary in our household. My sister got most of the whoopings because she had a smart mouth, and him and my dad and my sister are like.
She still get whoopings.
They're stubborn.
They still get whoopings. Man, our sister still gets. Oh, and guess what? Speaking of sis, yeah, I'm talking to you. Those M&Ms. Carmen Mitchell, Antonio Mitchell. Yeah, what about last night? Yeah, y'all didn't want to talk about no spades right now. Yeah, I'm talking mess. Yeah, y'all couldn't touch us last night, huh?
I have nothing to do with that.
Spades, yeah. You don't want to mess with them Holloways. You have to make y'all humble again, huh? Yeah. So you want to come back at it anytime, any place. Hey, anytime, any place. Just let us know. Y'all know, but I understand if y'all don't want none because I mean, we hurt y'all real bad. So I don't want to, I don't want to So yeah, you don't mess with us in no spades. Yeah, you have to humble y'all. Y'all get beside yourselves with that. So but anyway, so we won't go carry. So I won't be long with it about the corporal punishment. The reason why I put up that today we're going to have a corporal punishment viewing. It's the what do you call it when they call it execution. Sometimes we can view execution. Well, this is like a corporal punishment viewing, and it's not just my kids. I'm also in corporal punishment myself. See, in our house, we have a rule that I want the kids to keep their space clean upstairs in their rooms. And they always continually have it.
And I tell them, I say, if you just whatever you use, just put it right back. You won't have this problem. But I don't get it. They don't know how to just use. I mean, it could be the colors. Use your colors, put them up. Use your PlayStation, put it away. They feel like each thing they use, you have to leave it out.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and the thing about it is, perhaps I'm gonna say perhaps they get that from me.
They do.
They get it from me because I do the same thing. And so, you know what? How can I hold them accountable? I'm not holding myself accountable.
Yeah, because the other day my son walked in the room and say, "See, mommy, see, daddy has all his clothes on the floor." And I was like, "You right. I mean, like, and my husband, y'all, I'll tell you, we've been married for 13 years come April, right? And I mean, to this day.
Hello, Monique, and hello, Nico's son. To this day,
my husband will not put his clothes in the basket. The basket is literally right.
No.
Let me finish.
Let me give you some detail on why I don't put my clothes in the basket. All right. So.
But on the floor. Yeah. Tell me why you put them on the floor instead of the basket.
Okay. So, all right. And this is still on me. I had to do better. I'm gonna make an attempt to do better, and over time, hopefully, it becomes a behavior. But anyway, a behavioral change. All right, so
40 years later, there's still hope. Still hope. There's still hope.
Okay, so men, husbands, or just men in general. Now I know all men don't do this, but just men in general. Like sometimes when you take off a pair of clothing, an article, whatever, right, and it's not necessarily dirty. You could actually wear that a different day or next day. It's not necessarily really dirty. So you just, for me, my putting down spot is right down the side of the bed. And sometimes I tend to get, because I just only wore it one time. I could wear it again sometime during the week or next week. And then what happens is it ends up being a pile, but they're not dirty. So there's no need to wash them, like, because they're not that dirty. They're not dirty. I haven't even worn them for a couple of hours, these clothes.
So why don't you just put them away?
Because, like, taking the time to, like, go put them away, just,
So by the end of the week, there's like a laundry load of clothes sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
So what we did recently, because we've been switching sides. When we first got married, I slept on one side of the bed, he slept on the other side. So all his clothes would be in a pile over there. I didn't ever see him because I wasn't going on that side of the bed. Then we switched. And the side we switched to, his clothes stayed on that side of the bed. So I had to go to the restroom that time. So I see everything. And I'm like, oh my God, Jamal, what are you doing? So now we switched back to the original. And I'm glad we did, because now I don't have to see them. But whenever I go over there to get my Bible, I see them. But I put on tunnel vision when I go over there, so I won't have an anxiety attack, because I walk and I try to stay focused when I'm going to get my Bible. Just keep my eyes straight and don't look. But every once in a while, I get a glimpse of the pile because it's gotten so big.
It's not that big.
Okay,
it's not that big.
Okay,
it's not that big.
I'm gonna take a picture of it next week.
It's not that big. So it's another thing though. But here's the difference. I have an organized mess. My children do not have an organized mess. All of my stuff in like one pile, right? I can go in that pile and get my clothes, whatever, like that. My children's, their pants are like on this side of the room, that side of the room, shoes on this side of the room. It's complete chaos. Now, that's the difference. They're like, their clothes are even in their room. Their clothes.
So you have organized mess, and they have a disorganized mess.
I have an organized mess.
And they have
a chaotic mess.
Okay.
That's what. So when I go up there, I'm like, how do y'all even find y'all stuff? I see why y'all lose stuff all the time, And so yeah.
So you gave them punishment because they won't keep their upstairs clean.
Yeah, but the thing is, like I said though, I'm holding myself accountable. The corporal punishment. This is a new punishment I discovered that works. Maybe it worked for me too. Push-ups. Push-ups is a good exercise to make your chest strong, your bicep, all your arms strong, and everything like that. But also this is a good punishment as well. And so the corporal punishment, if y'all want to come and watch it, it's going to be 50 push-ups. I have to do 50 push-ups. My son has to do 50 push-ups, and my daughter has to do 50 push-ups because we are too messy. And so we're going to clean up our space, and then we're going to view. All three of us going to do 50 push-ups. I might throw a little bit center. Whoever gets the 50 first might get something, get a reward or something. But 50 push-ups, and me, I'm just getting back into shape. So it's not 50. 50 push-ups is definitely not easy for me. It's it's not like I'm a super athlete right now. I'm just getting back into it. And but so I'm gonna do my best to get the 50 push-ups, and whoever gets there first, I might have something for that winner. I'm gonna try to get my own gift. I don't want the kids to get it. I want to get it myself. So we'll just come and find out what I'm gonna give out. All right. So next, okay. So we talked about corporal punishment. What else are we doing? That's kind of interesting that we have.
We're doing a yard work overhaul, front and back.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, we need to put if you look at our Facebook, are we gonna post some photos of it?
Yeah, we'll post some photos of before and afters.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Or durings, before, durings, and
we already missed it before.
Well, we still got. No, I have some photos from before for our backside, but we have a big project that we're working on, and I think it's good for couples to work on projects together. It's bonding time. You feel like you accomplished something together,
mm-hmm.
And it's just something you'll always be like, we did that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's a cool thing too. I strongly encourage that if you're a married couple and you have a house and you're living together, even if you have kids, get your kids involved too. Of course, yes, you can pay for it, all that stuff. But when you get do a project together, like we're working on the front, and
put some papers
put some papers down on the front.
Neither one of us has ever done papers, so we
not
just
ourselves now.
Nope. We just YouTube. I was watching video after video, and I was like, okay, just go for it. What's the worst?
Yeah. So basically, we moved our pavers from our backyard, which we didn't put. We paid somebody many years, like was it 10 years ago?
Yeah, probably 9.
9 years ago, we paid somebody to put them down. They were nice, but over time, unfortunately, pavers kind of get grass keeps growing in them. But we put them in the front area where we can kind of better manage and it makes it look better. because you'll see it. You'll see it for yourself. But we're working on that together. Another thing we're doing is we'll be building a patio. I'm building a dog. My son and myself are working on a dog house together. A brand new dog house. We're putting a fence in the backyard to section off the dog, and we're going to be doing the garden. So it's a lot of work.
Yep. And just to throw this out there, we're going to also have a lot of different landscaping. Another landscape project. We're going to get some trees, plants, shrubs, just to have more privacy in our backyard. But I want to throw this out there. There's this store called the Great Western Nursery. It's in Houston. I never heard of it, never seen it. Y'all have to check it out. It's beautiful. It's a big old nursery. It's 10 times better than Houston Garden Center, 10 times better than Home Depot, Lowe's. The prices to me are reasonable, maybe even better than the other chain stores, but it's called Great Western Great Western Nursery. And it's in Houston, Texas. Look them up. And if you're into landscaping, you'll find some great products there.
Cool. So yeah, definitely landscaping. I really do believe that because we have done some landscaping projects in the past, and we were very proud of it. Like we put some flowers in the front yard.
Mm-hmm.
We had some flowers in the backyard. We had some rose bushes a long time ago.
They were pretty.
They were beautiful, but they were just getting too big. They were too close to the house, and they were messing up my glass windows. So I went ahead and removed them. I cut them down and removed them. But the thing is, when you do projects like that together, to me, I really feel like it makes a closer bond with your significant other, because like, hey, look what we did together. We couldn't have done it. Maybe we could have done it by ourselves, but it would have been a lot harder. But together, it made it easier because we did it, together. And so it's really cool. Like some things I can do, she can, and some things she can do, I can't. Like the way she studied putting those papers down right now and organizing them, putting them in there. She did a really good job. I like the job she's done. So yeah, we're not professional, but just kind of doing some things.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else do y'all want to talk about?
Okay. Let's see. We talked about Black History Fact, and
what we're gonna talk about next week. How about that?
Next week, what is there to talk about for next week?
What's going on right now? Rodeo.
Oh yeah, we got the rodeo.
Break.
We forgot the rodeo. We didn't. Yeah, we didn't do a shout out to the rodeo. If you're in the Houston area at this time. In Louisiana, they have the Mardi Gras. Here we have the rodeo.
What is your favorite food to get at the rodeo?
My favorite food to get at the rodeo? I think it's is it potatoes?
About no potatoes.
No, potatoes. The fries. I think
my favorite thing is the onion thing. The onion blossom.
That's what I thought. I was just saying that for fries.
But I think too, the food at the rodeo is kind of overpriced. And
it's a carnival type atmosphere. It's always gonna be overpriced.
Well, not overpriced, but sometimes I don't think the food is that great.
Well, I will say it has been coming down. I know when
we used to go, it used to be so good.
Yeah, I used to love the turkey legs though.
Yeah,
turkey
legs.
Man, it was.
Remember them turkey legs?
I think there's a photo of me on Facebook. I'm taking you took a picture of me. I'm taking a big old bite of a turkey leg. That thing was good. Oh, I know.
Funnel cake, huh?
No. I know what I like from
what?
But it's not always consistent though. The corn dogs, even though I'm trying to stick away from pork, I'm staying away from it. But they have some really good corn dogs at the rodeo, and they're like real big, and put some ketchup and mustard, mix it. Yeah, they are good.
So are we going this year?
We can. I don't know.
I was thinking about taking the kids spring break, one of the days during spring break.
Is there anybody want to see? Like, anybody
at concert? I just like to go to the
okay.
I like to go to the carnival area. The kids want to do some rides, and then I like to walk around and see the livestock. Yeah. But there's nobody I want to see at the rodeo this year. Like, okay. I'm not interested. I do like watching the competitions.
I think 50 Cent's gonna be there this year.
50 Cent?
Yeah, but I think he's supposed to be performing, I believe.
Oh, I'm not really interested in seeing that.
Why? 50 Cent, he moved to Houston like I think 2 or 3 years ago. But yeah, he lives in Houston now.
Oh yeah, I do want to tell people, like, most people probably already have their tax preparer, tax professional. But since I'm on here live, I do want to let you guys know I'm a little bit of the jack of all trades, and I am doing tax preparation now. So if you don't have your person, call me up. Especially if you have a side business, let me help you get some write-offs.
She's helping a lot of people too, like for real. So if you are a business owner, have a side business, and you somewhat manage keep your receipts or your things that your expenses that you pay off. My wife can help you get a lot of that back because we're also business owners, and she was able to give us a really good tax return because of our expenses for business.
Yeah, and let me say this to just kind of educate you guys. I'm not a pro, I'm not a CPA or anything like that, but you have some people that think that they're going to get $7,000 for a child, $6,000 for a child, even a whole $3,000 for a child. You see these signs out there on the streets that says we can get you $7,000 per child. That's not true. That's a bait to pull you in to have you call, because there are what you call like qualifications, and it depends on how much money you make. It depends on how old the child is to get these earned income credits. It depends on let's see what else. It's some other factors that all go into how much money you'll get to get the earned income tax credit. And so please don't expect that if you have a child, you're going to get $7,000 back. And especially if you have a W-2, that's only $3,000. If you have a W-2 and that's all you brought for the whole year, you more than likely will not get anything more than about $500 back, maybe $600. But you're not going to get $3,000 and you're not going to get $4,000 because you have somebody wrote on a sign, one child is $6,000. So I want to throw that out there.
That's cool. You know what, too? For the taxes that you have done for some of the clients, where they're not going to speak about any client's name or personal things, but this is a common thing I have noticed, though. You have done a couple of people who are they call themselves couples, and they have children together, and I think they've been together, for at least more than 2 years, and they're not married. And it's like it seems like that's very common now.
Yeah.
I noticed that about your clientele. It's like, man, it's like, what's going on? Like, they want to claim the kid, whatever, like that, but they're just not. I mean, a lot of people are just not getting married, and just for people that don't know.
And I was thinking, speaking of that, I was like, maybe I can use this in ministry, maybe kind of encourage some people. Hey, y'all living together. What's the hold up? All right, I can try to use.
That could be, that could be a new ministry for us. But I mean, seriously, like a lot of my wife's clientele, they are couples that have children. They've been together for more than 2 years and they're just not married. And I'm kind of like, why? I mean, you already have a child. Why not get married? And not only are they, they have children and they're not married, but they live together. So I was like, well, you're already playing marriage. Why not just get married? Because in Texas, but people don't know this too, it's a common law state. I think after like 4 or 5 years, you're considered married anyway. So why not just make it official? You don't have to have a wedding. Just go to a courthouse and get an official wedding, because you do get benefits for being married, right? You get certain tax credits for being married. So
it's better to be married filing jointly than married filing separately, or even filing single, or head of household.
Yeah, there is a bonus to, some people say marriage is just a piece of paper, but it's actually a piece of paper that can get you paid more money if you are married on paper versus just paying house, so.
And so, like I said, if you have a side business, side hustle, anything you do on the side, you can write that off. Call me up. I can help you out. And my number is 346-291. I'm sorry.
You even know mine.
I'm sorry, guys. Excuse that. I forgot my number.
That's okay. It's a business number, so we don't use it.
Message me on Facebook, and I will give you my number.
She'll post it in the chat. How about that?
Yeah, I'll post my number in the chat.
Post the number in the chat. I'll post a business card in the chat. We'll do that. But so whether it's taxes, whatever. The Holloways, we are a jack of all trades, even in real estate. So if I was going to go ahead and throw this plug out there too. If you are in the Houston or Texas area and anybody that's wants to sell their house, if it's distressed or
any condition, you ready to get rid of it.
You want to get rid of your house, foreclosed.
The
Holloways are making offers to purchase houses in the Houston, especially the Houston surrounding area, but Texas in general too. And it could be if you refer somebody that, and if it leads to a close, that you will be compensated. And we'll talk about that offline, of course, about the compensation. But yeah, you will be compensated if somebody refers somebody to us and we purchase their house and close the deal, that we will, get you some compensation for that.
You know what? I think that could be our next topic.
What's that?
Working the entrepreneurship and working together as a couple in business. Okay. Something like that. We should talk about that. Is it do you like working with your spouse, or is it do y'all get along? What is it like doing business with your spouse? We should talk about something like that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, cool. We can do that.
Hey, I like working with my spouse, by the way.
Yeah, I love working with my wife. I really do. Because at the most part, we're both learning. That's really the part I like. I like the fact that like when we're doing stuff that we both don't know or something that's new, we're both learning something new at the same time. So it's kind of like it's spicing like the not the sexual portion of it, just like the mental. It's like, man, my wife is we growing together. It's just fun. I don't know. That's what I feel. And then
like, so if he don't know something, I might know it. If I don't know something, he might know it. So we feed off each other. And then we encourage each other, and I'd be like, well, you know what, Jamal, I'm done. Not today. I'm not calling another person. And then he'll come back. You come on, baby. Deal is almost there. You come on, it's coming. I can feel it. I know it's almost coming. And I'd be like, okay, I'm taking the day off. And then I get back on it again. And he having a bad day. And I'd be like, well, it's going to be okay. It's just one of them days. We all have bad days, but we just get back up and keep on moving, God is still blessing us.
So, yeah. But anyway, it seems like I think we have some people calling us on both our phones. So we'll go ahead and wrap this up. And
check us out next week, same time, same place.
Same bad channel. That's
Jim. And we're checking out
Coffee with Jim and Ass. God bless you guys. Have a good day.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Okay.